let's look at writing linear equations using y equals mx plus b. So here's a question, okay? And it tells us that the slope is 3 and it goes to the point 2, 5. So what we need to do to write a linear equation is we need to know the m and the b. The m is the slope and the b is the y-intercept. And they don't give me the b in this particular question. The slope is 3. You can see they tell me that right here, that the slope is 3. Okay. So we need to figure out what the b is. So what we need to do is plug some stuff in and solve for the b. So let's see what we have and don't have. So in the equation, there's 4 unknowns. Okay. So this is what's given to us. The slope is 3. We use m to represent that. And then we have an x and a y point. So we have one x and one y. So I'm going to plug this information. I know an m, I know an x value, I know a y value, don't know the b. So that's what we need to do in this process, is find out what the b is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for the b term by plugging stuff into the equation and working it out. So watch. So I'll plug in a y value, which is 5. I'll plug in the m value, which is 3, the slope. I'll plug in a y value, and I don't know b. And if I do that, I'm left with one unknown, so I can solve this as an equation and find out what the b value is. 2 is 6, subtract a 6 to both sides, I get b equals -1. Now I know everything, okay? So remember, to get my actual answer, okay, all I really need is the m and the b. So you see I have the blank spots there. The equation of the line is just going to have a slope and a y-intercept. So now that I got the b, I can do that. So the first thing I'm going to do, it's the same slope, right? Now all I have to do is add the b in there, the y-intercept, and there's my final answer. Let's do this process a few more times and see if we can get used to it. All right. So in this case, the slope is -5 and the point is -6, 3. So let's see what we got. So we know we were just labeling what we do, what was given to us. So that's our slope, -5. Our x value is -6. Our y value is 3. And our b value is unknown, right? That's what we're trying to solve for. So same thing, I'm going to plug everything into the equation and solve for the unknown. Okay, and the unknown in this case is going to be b. So I'll plug in for the y, I'll plug in for the m, and I'll plug in for the x. I'm going to find my b. Okay. So -5 times -6 is 30. I'll subtract a 30 to both sides. Okay. And then I get b equals -27. That's where it crosses the y-axis, right? The y-intercept is our b value. So come over here, right? Got to plug in the m and the b, and I'll be all done. So the m is still -5, and the y-intercept is -27. So same process, just making sure we understand where everything goes. All right. Let's look at something when the slope is a fraction. Okay. So this will be, sorry, there's our final answer. This next one, it'll be the same process, just having a fraction introduces that additional step. Okay, so if you look at this one here, the slope is 1/2 and it goes to the point 0.87. So labeling what I know, okay, so the slope is 1/2, the x is 8, the y is 7, and the b is unknown. Okay, that's the whole point of this process, is to find that b. So let's get everything plugged into y equals mx plus b and solve. So if I do that, that's what I'll get. Okay, replacing the m with a 1/2, the y with a 7, the x with an 8. So I'm going to make that 8 over 1 just to help myself in multiply the numerators and the denominators. Right, then I'll simplify. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Subtract 4 to both sides. And we get -3. Oh, that should be +3. Okay. Second here. Get that up real fast. So as we continue back to where we were, it'd be positive 3. Okay? So now when we go back and plug this in, y equals 1 half x plus 3. Okay? That was our final answer.